Hello, hello, hello. This is Dr. Nick, your favorite personal growth coach, and welcome to another session of Adulting in My Purpose. I am always excited to be with you and to share information. You know, if you are joining for the first time, hey, welcome. Thank you for tuning in. And if you are a returning watcher, we appreciate you. I thank you for all the support that you show Adulting in a Purpose and show us as we are building a movement. So you know what to do. Don't watch alone. Share it on your page. Make some other people know what we're doing and how we are serving our young leaders. For the first timers out there, my name is Dr. Nicole Rankin, better known as Dr. Nick. I am a certified personal growth coach and the founder of Adulting in My Purpose, the movement, and we are here to help young adults, millennials with their personal growth journey that really helps them discover who they are, clarify the vision that God has given them, and develop a plan, a solid plan to get their life in track and to move forward without feeling overwhelmed, anxiety, or fear. What would life be like if you can move in you and live in purpose and really know that you're doing the things that God has called you to do? So for the month of February, remember, for the month of February, it's the love month. So what I'm going to do is I'm giving you a sneak peek. We had a summit in August of 2021, right? And it was amazing. I know, but many of you all were not there. So what I've decided to do for the month of February, I am going to show you love and give you a sneak peek of what you missed. We had some amazing speakers that talked about topics such as mental health, finances, budgeting, relationships, finding your purpose, self-image, professional attire and fashion. It was just amazing. Our speakers were dynamic. So I want to share, I want to give and add value to our young generation and our community. So I'm going to give you a sneak peek of what's happening in the summit. And as we prepare for Adulting in My Purpose Summit 2022, you know that you don't want to miss that either. So in this session, we are going to hear from Lisette Resille, who will talk about personal health and wellness. So you don't want to miss it. Tune in. She's giving you some great goods that you can have to make sure that you're not only adulting in your professional life, but adulting personally and adulting healthy. All right, so stay tuned, enjoy this episode, and we'll be back with more stuff this month. All right, take care. Lisette Resille, I want to make sure I get her name right. And another amazing speaker. She was born in Arizona to a liberal Jewish American mother and a conservative Catholic Haitian who divorced when she was 5 years old. She then began taking ballet and African dance classes, and years later would add track and soccer, all contributing to her active lifestyle. She remained active in dance and sports throughout her high school, and then discovered Afro-Brazilian martial art form and a way of life. It's amazing. She is trained almost every day, learning instruments, songs, and Portuguese, and received a tribe within her community. So she attended college. She drifted away from sports, but gained a well-known freshman 15. If you like me, it's the freshman 25. So she began working out in the gym, having no knowledge of particular training at the time. She just really pushed her body to unnecessary extreme. And over time, she learned from professionals a better way of achieving her efficient way of her body. So she's grown in the world of fitness, just really expanding her expertise and her knowledge. She has a bachelor's degree in science and in nursing, and she does people, having a deeper connection with them, and just is really fascinated with the human body. So we're excited. She's also a traveling nurse, just helping people and looking fit doing it. So we're excited to hear all about what she has to have for us so we can learn how to be well, an adult in our purpose in physical wellness. So welcome to the Adulting in My Purpose Summit.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. I'm honored to be here. I'm a little nervous, but I'm going to do what I do.
That's right. We appreciate it. You go.
Thanks. So I also want to thank the attendees that came, because you could be doing anything right now with your time, but you chose to be here today with us. So I really appreciate that, and I'm sure everyone else does as well. So I know she mentioned the chat, which is to the right. I want to engage with you, and so I hope that you type questions, or when I ask you a question, you respond in the chat room, and I will go ahead and get started. So my hopes for this is that I equip, educate, and empower you on some level, and just a little bit about myself. I know she told you some things, but I attended Arizona State University, where I got my bachelor's degree in science of nursing, and I've been doing that for 18 years now. I did start when I was 10 years old, so I'm a prodigy child. But anyway, I am a certified personal trainer, and I, in the past, was a Zumba instructor and taught capoeira. As she mentioned, it's an Afro-Brazilian art form that encompasses dance, acrobatics, martial arts, all in one. And I even dabbled in some fitness competition. I did 2 of them, and that was enough for me. So I, with all those credentials being listed, just on a more personal level, because I do want to create some relatedness. Let me go ahead and make sure you can see my screen here. All right. Can you guys see that? Okay. All right. Thank you, Candula. Okay. So just a little bit, the title of my presentation is Being Well Inside and Out, because it's not just about how you look on the inside. So I'm originally from Tucson, Arizona. I have a brother who is a 1.5 years older than myself, and that's me on the right. And I had that little afro till I could manage my own hair, which was probably like around 8 years old. This is my family. My dad, he's from Haiti, Petronville, which is in Port-au-Prince. And then my mother is a Jewish Brooklyn, New Yorker. And that's my brother. What else can I tell you? I grew up dancing. I started when I was 5. So that's really when my activity started in terms of being in the fitness world. And then when I was in college, the freshman 15 is what I gained. I actually started gaining it a little bit before my freshman year. But that's when I started working out in the gym, and I did not know what I was doing. I was spending way too much time working out every single piece of my body and, just doing it all wrong. But I then decided to move to California in 2006 because I wanted to pursue dance as a profession. And I did some smaller things. And then I got into acting, which is something I still pursue today. So that's a lot of fun. I'm pescatarian, but I primarily eat plant-based. I do believe the more plant-based you eat, the healthier you are. And, studies, facts have been shown to prove that. I love to make things. I make jewelry. I make natural body products. And I genuinely love to work out. Whether it's the gym, riding my bike, hiking, I love to travel, and I'm also a nurse. So, I would like to now segue into why I'm here and what I hope to leave you with. So today we're going to talk about the importance of taking care of yourself, mind, body, and spirit, because it's not just about working your body out. Something that's highly underrated is detoxing, and that's something I'm passionate about. I've become passionate about, and I believe, just as important as working out. And we all know we got to keep moving that body, because as we age, well, gravity takes a hold of us, and the wear and tear, and our joints stiffen, and things don't work as fluid as they used to. So you got to keep moving that body, keep it oiled and lubed. So like I said, for me, fitness is a huge part of my life. And it's not just about that, which is why I'm not just talking about physical fitness. We have to take care of ourselves. And there's so many different ways to take care of yourself, especially today with good old COVID. One thing that we have control of is taking care of our body and taking care of our mind. And it's imperative, especially right now. So I would love to know what self-care is to you. What do you think it is? And there is no right or wrong answer. It's about what you do that feeds your body, mind, or spirit. So in the chat, go ahead and put some things there. Maybe it's retail therapy, no judgment. Hey, Tommy says taking walks outside, doing things that make you happy. Exactly. Going for walks, prioritizing yourself. It's really what serves you and makes you happy. And, it goes hand in hand with body and mind. In any activity we do, as long as it's serving us, that's really what it's about. And it's not something that you feel like, oh, I got to go over here and meditate, or I have to go take a walk. It's something that you should look forward to doing, and you're doing it on, whether it's a daily basis, a weekly basis, whatever works for you, as long as you're taking care of yourself. And you can think of it this way. Not only is it for yourself, but it's really for other people, because, if you're not at your best, how can you be your best for someone else? If you're always tired, if, you're overwhelmed and stressed out, if you're sick, you can't show up for other people in your life. So you can look at it, because I know as women, we often take guilt in taking out time for ourselves. And, it shouldn't be that way. So kind of already went over why we need to take, care of ourselves, especially in this now time. It creates balance and it helps manage stress. And there's so many benefits to it, health-wise and more. So what do you do? I know some of you already said, yes, sitting by a body of water. Like, what are some other ideas you can maybe share with the group that they didn't think of? Hiking, meditation and cannabis, whatever works for you. Is it just lying with your eyes closed? Is it going and getting a manicure and a pedicure? Morning coffee, Netflix and chill. Yes, exactly. Massages, just tending to yourself. You got to put yourself first. That's something I'm learning to do. So I want to discuss some of the different topics or areas of self-care. You have your mental, emotional, physical, social, and I believe detoxing is also a form of self-care. So let's go over each one. What does mental self-care look like? Some of us are glued to a desk 9 to 5, or, are in meetings or walking the hospital hallways up and down, serving people, whatever it looks like. It's even if you can just step out for 2 minutes and maybe stretch, or, close your eyes, make a quick phone call. It's important just to take a little break so you can come back and be present and do what you're doing. You could, activities could be stuff like doing a puzzle, stuff that work your brain. There's these apps that have these mental games that you can do. Maybe journaling, maybe reading. And we all probably have heard of meditation. Some people do it with their eyes, with their eyes closed, but some people do it to music. Some it's guided meditation, and there's so many apps. There's so much stuff that are at our fingertips that we have access to. YouTube. Some people do it in silence. You can lay down, you can sit up. It's not about getting it right. It's just about actually doing it. And you can start off with 5 minutes, work your way up to 20 minutes. And it's, your mind is constantly running and constantly thinking and all these thoughts going everywhere. And that really actually doesn't stop. But the practice of meditation is honing it and bringing it back into being present. And the more you do that, the better you get. Yes, Insight Timer is my favorite app for meditation. It's an app, you can download it on your phone. It's free. And then, they have guided, they have music, they have talks, they have a timer. Literally, you can set a timer and have like water flowing in the background. There's all kinds of things you can do with that. Breathing, that's also underrated. On YouTube, you can look up breathing exercises, which help ground you, bring you to your presence, make you vulnerable, which a lot of us don't like to be, but it's very beneficial. And then playing music. There's a type of music called 432 hertz, which is, it's a type of music that, I don't know if it like energizes your synapses and just really serves you and grounds you and, brings clarity. So you can look that up too, but any kind of music. Journaling is something in terms of emotional self-care that I found is very beneficial. One thing I love to do is find a new coffee shop and bring my journal, get a drink, and then just sit there and write. If I have something on my mind, if you can't think of, well, what should I write? You can, again, use the internet and Google journal topics. Another thing I love is it's a card deck called The Skin Deep. And there they have all different kinds, but what it does is pose questions, very deep questions. Some of them are not all, they're not all deep, but things that are thought-provoking. And they have one that's called Heal, also therapy. And so you can just grab a few of those cards, take it with you and answer the question in your journal just to get you writing. Once your thoughts start flowing, you'll find that you sometimes can't stop. And it creates clarity and time for yourself. Having a good conversation with your friends and family. Also, if you feel like you need to cry, releasing that cry, if you want to scream at the top of your lungs, if you want to laugh, if you want to sit in the emotion, that's okay too. And practicing gratitude, a little thing you can do is every time a negative thought comes up, maybe think about 3 positive things, or start your day off listing 5 things you're grateful for, or do it before you go to sleep. Well, we all know that we need to sleep. Okay, and according to the National Sleep Foundation, it said that you should have 7 to 9 hours. Okay, 6 is appropriate, but less than 6 is not recommended. Your body, you gotta rest it. That's where healing takes place. Eating 3 meals a day, unless you're doing intermittent fasting, that's a whole nother topic. Eating 3 meals a day, and you want to get vegetables, fruits, whole grains, some form of protein. And the more colorful your plate is, the better it is, meaning you're pulling different vegetables and fruits and, healthy foods. And we know that moving your body, you have to keep moving. Whatever form of movement you choose, it's so important. It's so important. And stretching, like I had mentioned before, we stiffen as we, I like to use the word mature versus age, but as we mature. And so you got to keep those joints lubricated and fluid and flexible. So on that note, let's go ahead and do some stretching right now. So if you think when you're seated that you can't stretch, if you have a desk job, you're wrong. So let's just do a little something. So you're going to clasp your fingers here and just stretch up over your head. Take some nice deep breaths in and out. One more deep breath in and out. And let's rotate the head. Nice slow circles with your neck. Go 2 to the right, and then 2 to your left. Stretching is something I try and do throughout the day, even if it's literally a second. Take your right arm, cross it over your body, pull. I'll walk patients out after having a surgery. And before I go back in the building, I literally will bend over, touch my toes, just hang out there for a minute, switch your arms, and go back inside. You know, it doesn't have to be this long, drawn out process. So, and let's rotate the shoulders back. Good. Are you all doing this with me? I hope so. Forward, rotate forward. Everything popping. That's what I'm talking about. Me too. Pop, lock, and drop. Pop, lock, and drop. Good. All right. Put your hands on your thighs and basically arch your back. This is called the cat position. Yeah. People are over here popping. Oh, it feels good. Good. And cow, arching your back, press your shoulders forward, look down. Take some deep breaths here, in through your nose, out through your mouth. One more, in through your nose, out through your mouth. You should feel like a new woman or man. Okay, so moving along. You love yoga. I do too. And, you know, I should do a little more yoga than I should, but I do stretch after my workout. So, all right. So continuing on with the different kinds of self-care, social, you know, connect with people. It does something for you. And now with technology and us always in our phones, and I'm guilty of it too, it's taking away from personal interaction and connection. So, you know, look people in the eyes and ask them how they're doing. Get together with your family, your friends, go to different events. Have a good time. Detoxing is, I'm going to say it again because it is so underrated and it encompasses everything, body, mind, and spirit. So it's so beneficial. I know when people hear about cleansing, detoxing, they're interchangeable. They probably think, they immediately get overwhelmed, like, oh my God, what can I eat? What do I have to do? You know, and it can be that way depending on what kind of detox you choose, but there are so many different kinds out there that, again, you can find something that works for you. And I personally detox at least once, usually twice a year. And I've started to do it more. So at least once, but really, I would say twice a year at the least. And once you learn, you know, that you see the benefits, you'll probably do it. I would like to do it every 3 months. So that's kind of a goal. A few of them that I've tried, a lot of people have heard about the Master Cleanse. It's older. It's where it's 10 days you do not eat. You're drinking this lemon, cayenne pepper, maple syrup concoction, and at night you take a detox tea, which promotes bowel movement. And in the morning, you do a saltwater flush, which also promotes bowel movements. In 30 minutes, you're in the bathroom dumping. I learned in this detox how social food is. Everything we do is surrounded around food. And so it's about discipline, mind over matter. Colon cleanses are phenomenal. You can buy colon cleanses. They're usually like herbal capsule, and you can get it like at Whole Foods or a natural grocery store. Some of them have a diet to follow and some don't. The Beyonce Diet, I guess that's also maybe the Master Cleanse. Raw food, that's eating anything that comes from the ground and only what comes from the ground, and you don't cook it. So you're eating vegetables and fruit for however long you decide. That's a beautiful thing about detoxing. You can kind of formulate your own once you have a little bit of knowledge. I did a 21-day green smoothie. That was a former personal trainer friend who put me on that, and the way my body transformed. You think that you probably aren't getting enough protein, and you know, we've been misled with how much protein our bodies actually need. So my skin was radiating. I had an abundant amount of energy. If I got really hungry, you can snack on vegetables and micronutrients like nuts. The liver rescue cleanse, I don't know if anyone has heard of the medical medium. He has all these amazing cookbooks and then books on different things, how food is our cure to all. But anyway, that incorporates like starting your day off with lemon water, which I still do today. Every morning I start my day off with a probiotic and then lemon water. And then you do celery juice, and then there's these salads, and it was pretty, it takes a lot of preparation, and it's a great cleanse, but it was a little challenging. And then I actually went on a detox retreat twice now, and you're doing liquid nutrition and you're getting colonics almost every day. You take supplements throughout the day and like drink these different drinks, and then at night you drink these delicious soups that are pureed, and you're doing your colonics and all these different kind of body treatments that promote lymphatic drainage and all this stuff. And the way my body transformed with that one as well was quite amazing. So like I said, the reason why I'm passionate about detoxing is it includes body, mind, and spirit. Things that you can do while you're any kind of detox is you want to sweat, which means you got to move your body. If you have access to a sauna, that's great as well, or a hot jacuzzi. You want to drink lots of water, because the more water we drink, the more toxins and waste is being pulled out. I like saunas too, Retha. So you want to drink lots of water. I was just talking to a friend, and she found that she started pounding the water in the morning, and now she's having an extra 2 or 3 bowel movements a day. And that's waste, guys. You want to get that out. So, and I found the same thing. If I don't drink enough water, I'm not having healthy movements. Lymphatic drainage, your lymphatic system basically helps remove waste and toxins from the bodily tissues. So the way you could do that is sweating, and you can jump on, those little trampolines. You can jump on a trampoline for 10 minutes. Just jump. It helps promote motion and vibration in your lymphatic system. And you can also, if you have access to, I don't know if you've ever seen like in the mall, those things you stand on and it's like a plate and it vibrates really fast. You can do that as well. And you want to do that before you do a detox bath. Let me just see what, tap water or bottled water, because I've heard bottled water was bad for you. Huh. I've never heard, bottled water, there are some waters that have a higher or lower pH. You want to drink a higher pH because you want the water to be alkaline. If your water's clean, your tap water's clean, there's nothing wrong with drinking it. You just got to make sure that it's drinkable, but I don't know if necessarily bottled water is bad for you. You do want to drink the right kinds of bottled water. Yes, Dasani is bad. Sorry, Dasani, hoping you're not here. Okay, so dry brushing. Those old school, it's not old school. The brushes it's like wood and it has a little thing and it's to scrub your back. Those are perfect for dry brushing. What dry brushing does is stimulate your pores to basically open up, which then allows more toxins to come out. So if you do that before you detox bath, it's perfect. And you want to brush towards your heart. So you're going up your arms, you're brushing here, you're going up your legs, up your stomach, and then you get in the detox bath. Detox bath, I'm telling you, you can get anything on the internet. Just Google detox bath soak, probably on Amazon. And you can also make your own by adding 2 cups of apple cider vinegar to warm water, as hot as you can stand it. And you want to soak in there for about 15 to 30 minutes and then do an aggressive scrubbing type of shower afterwards. And then colonics. Has anybody had a colonic in the house? Colonics are amazing. Okay. Yes. They might not feel that great. They're tolerable. Oh, Candace, now is your time. But colonics are so beneficial. And for those of you that don't know what it is, they basically insert a small tube in just past your rectum, and then they fill your colon with water. And it is an experience. It feels like after a while, like that urge when you, oh, I have to go to the bathroom right now, not now, but right now. And then they release and the waste comes out, lots of gas. We hold a lot of gas. And some of you might know that about yourselves and some of you might not, but it pulls out gas and toxins. Over time, the old stool can stick to the walls of your colon. So the goal is to get that off and out. And you feel lighter, you feel your stomach might have gone down a little bit. It improves your immune system. What else does it do? Helps with weight loss, boosts your mood. There's a lot of benefits to colonics. And then you can do a retention enema. I personally have never tried this, but if you have acidophilus capsules, okay, sorry. Candace wants to go on an adulting colonic retreat. So if anybody's interested, contact Candace. So anyways, a retention enema is where you take 5 capsules of acidophilus, you dissolve it in 3 ounces of water and get a rectal syringe and you insert it yourself. And then you want to lay down when you do that, and you want to stay laying down because if you're up and about, you're going to have the urge to get that out, and you want to hold it in for as long as possible, at least 20 minutes. So you don't have to go and get a colonic if you don't want to. There are other ways. And I'm going to tell you this now, in terms of detoxing, please consult with your doctor. Make sure it's okay. If you have any pre-existing ailments, you want to make sure that it's not going to do anything that it shouldn't. So typically detoxing is pretty safe, but maybe if you have diabetes or other issues, just make sure it's safe to do that with your doctor. All right, so moving on. I'm just checking the chat to make sure I'm trying to. All right. So we all know our diet is not the business. Nowadays, it is so hard to access whole, healthy, untampered foods. It's filled with artificial colorings and chemicals, preservatives. There's synthetic foods and genetically engineered foods, salt, sugar. And over time, first of all, our body doesn't digest those things. So what does it do? It stores in our tissues and our cells. And then we start feeling lethargic, sick, don't have a lot of energy, and we write it off, oh, well, it's because I'm getting older. But no, that's the signs and symptoms of toxicity. And so detoxing is where what helps with that. When you see an animal not eating, it's usually because they don't feel well, right? So they don't eat. And when they start feeling better, what do? They start eating. Well, we're the same way. When you don't eat, also known as cleansing or detoxing, your body has the chance for to rejuvenate, for the cells to repair itself, and that aids in healing. So that's why it's imperative that we do that sometimes. The key lies in the foods that you put in your mouth, the thoughts that you put in your head, and the feelings that you place in your heart. So the 5 major organs that benefit from cleansing are your colon, which is the garbage can to your body. And by the way, poor digestion is the #1 cause of all common health complaints. It all starts in our gut. Almost every issue we have, and don't get me started on leaky gut. That's something you should look up, but 90% of us have leaky gut syndrome. So then you have your skin, the dry brushing, your lungs, doing the breathing exercises, lymphatic system, which we talked about, the dry brushing, the jumping on the trampoline, the detox baths, and then cleansing your liver. There are liver cleanses that you can do. And at the end of the day, when you're detoxing, when you're giving your body a break to relax and rejuvenate and repair itself, you're going to be happy. You're going to be healthier. And who doesn't want that? Okay. So working out is just as important as detoxing. I know a lot of people complain that they get bored of the gym, or, you know, there's so many different types of working out that you can do, that you just got to find something that works for you. And no one size fits all. There's something out there that I believe you'll find that you can take joy in. Walking is amazing. You can think, you can listen to your music, you can talk on the phone if you want, you can just be in nature. I love walking. So let me I just want to kind of break down for those, for all of you, just to have a better understanding of the types of workouts that you might become interested in, or you don't know a lot about. So HIIT is a very popular way of working out. It's shorter amounts of time, and you're doing high intensity interval training. So it's respiratory training that involves short bursts of intense exercise followed by even shorter rest periods. So you might be doing jumping jacks really fast, and then high knees, and then you rest for 20 seconds, and then you do, you know, whatever other high intensity, something that's getting your heart rate up. Tabata, which is what I really like as well, is when you're doing work for 20 seconds, whatever the exercise might be, burpees, butt kicks, whatever it is, whatever the exercise is, bicep curls for 20 seconds, then you break for 10, and then you do it again. And you keep doing that 20 on, 10 seconds off, 20 on, 10 seconds off for 4 minutes. Typically you do a total of 8 workouts, and then your whole workout is done, or 8 exercises, and then your whole workout is done. AMRAP is as many reps as possible. So it's literally doing exactly what it says. You're doing a certain amount of exercise in a given amount of time. And let's say you give yourself 45 seconds to do burpees. So you do as many as you can for that 45 seconds, and then you recover for however long you decide. And then all right. And then, so we're going to wrap it up, guys, because we're getting close to the time. You have every minute on the minute types of workouts where you're changing every minute. So the faster you get it done, the faster the more time you have to break. Cardio is taking walks for 20, 30 minutes, getting on a treadmill, something that's steady exercise. And then you can take classes, and you have apps and YouTube videos at the tips of your fingers, biking, swimming. There's so many different ways to work out. And I believe the key to leading a healthy, happy, fulfilling life is through self-care, fitness, and detoxing. You know, our body is our temple. You got to treat it as such and take care of it, because it's working for you every single day. So, you know, give it some love. Thank you so much for having me. And if you want to get in contact with me, I'm on Instagram. My email address is there. And yeah, this was great. I hope you walked away with something. And have an amazing Sunday where you work, you move your body, and tend to your self-care needs. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you so much, Lisette. That was great. I mean, it's inspiring to know that, you know, like we hear the stuff that we need to do, but just to hear it again, and you make things so simple. I think you have challenged me personally to do some detoxing, because I haven't done it in a while, and I know that the health benefits of it, and that can probably help me, because I feel lethargic a little times. But I'm going to challenge myself, a personal challenge for you, to do some detoxing before the end of the year. And so thank you so much for great information. Just the smallest thing that we can do to continue to stay healthy inside and out. So thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Wasn't that amazing? I told you we had some dynamic speakers at the summit, and in 2022, it's not going to be no different. We're going to have an amazing time. So you want to be in the building, the virtual building, of course, but, you know, understand that Adulting in My Purpose is a movement to help young learners really discover who they are, clarify their vision, and develop a solid plan for their next steps. So next week, I'll come in and I'll give you another sneak peek of another amazing speaker that we had at the summit. So until then, you know what to do. You be safe and be blessed, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.